All right, what's happening now? This video here is because I don't get to do my Facebook Live as much, um, so I'm gonna jump right into it. I like talking to my people on Facebook Live. We have different opinions and we talk about stuff, and it's just fun to just reach out and just hear what people think. All right, so I've been doing this little YouTube channel. I don't know, a lot of people don't check it out because I ain't really put it out there like that because I just been having fun with it. But I'm gonna put this one out there on my Facebook page. So this is for my Facebook people right here that I talk to all the time. Now, first thing we're gonna talk about, or if you're new and have not looked at this before, I have fun, I clown. So I call myself the Happy Hatter because I come on with a different hat every time. Just being silly. If you know me, I'm a silly guy. Mr. Make You Smile, all right, AKA Gypsy Hustle, all that. So if you're new to this, just check it out. I got other episodes or whatever you want to call it, but it's just a fun thing for me. But this one is especially for my Facebook people because I do Facebook Live and I talk to my people and have a good time with them, and I really enjoy that. It's really therapy for me. You know what I'm saying? So first thing I'm gonna talk about is the Kaepernick workouts. We're gonna get to the Myles Garrett thing though. That's the big thing. So we'll go with the little ones first. Okay, the Kaepernick workouts. What do y'all think about that? I mean, Eric Reed has come out and said it doesn't smell right. And I think that the NFL has sort of, boxed Kaepernick in a little bit by saying, hey, because Kaepernick's people wanted to work out on a Tuesday. So the NFL was like, well, we'll hold it on a Saturday. And, if you want to work out, you got to do it then or whatever. And so it's going to be a workout on a Saturday. The former Browns coach, Hugh, I forget his last name, but he is holding the workout, which is good that you got an NFL guy there. Hugh Jackson, I think his name is Hugh Jackson. So, but Eric Reed said it smells funny because it's a Saturday, the day before the game. And Kaepernick's agent has come out and said, we want some shot callers there. You know what I'm saying? Which I totally get. You want people that's going to make decisions. And my personal opinion of this is, if you're going to sign the guy, sign the guy. I think they're putting out feelers. I do think they're putting out feelers to see the reaction. What's going to be the reaction? So supposedly Dallas Cowboy fans have said that if they sign Kaepernick, they're going to boycott. Listen, you can boycott if you want to. There'll be a lot of other people. There's people waiting to buy those Dallas Cowboy tickets. I'm not a Cowboy fan, but you can boycott if you want to. Boycott if you want to. What exactly are you boycotting? What are you boycotting? The man did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? He did nothing wrong. So what are you boycotting? But the workouts, hopefully the NFL is on the up and up. Jay-Z has taken a lot of hits because he's, working with the NFL. And supposedly, as these young folks say, he's getting the bag, as they say. But, we'll see. It remains to be seen. All right. Next thing I'm gonna talk about. I'd love to get on. But I've been so tied up with the coaching thing, the high school coaching thing, which has been going good. So I haven't been able to get on. My normal time is like about 5 o'clock. I usually take my daughter to practice. Then I walk around and do some stuff. But like I said, this is for my Facebook people now. So Carmelo Anthony to the Blazers. I guess it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I think Melo deserves to be in the NBA. I think he's better than a lot of people. I don't know what the problem was. I'm not in like that anymore. But we'll see. Now it's tough to have not been playing that level of competition and jump back in. Especially Melo is a little up in age, but I'm cheering for him. I hope that Melo can come through and show people why he should have been picked up to begin with. So obviously he still wants to play. So good luck to Melo. Good luck to Melo. Good luck to the Blazers. We'll be pulling for him. Next thing, these NCAA suspensions. All right, the Chase Young thing. I guess Chase Young got some money from a family friend for somebody paid the money back. The Wiseman kid from Memphis got help from Penny Hardaway when he was in high school. Come on, man. The NCAA, come on. What are we punishing these kids for? You know what I'm saying? Chase Young is out after this year anyway. You know what I'm saying? Wiseman is out after this year anyway. He's probably the first pick in the draft. He's out anyway. So, my whole thing is, the NCAA, you don't want kids to get paid, for using their likeness. You want to fight that. But then you want to punish a kid that needs help. Yet you go you go to these communities where kids need help, and they come to the school and they help these schools raise a whole lot of money. Now, people may disagree, that's fine, but I find these suspensions just crazy. Let these kids play. You want them to come to those schools, let them play. I mean, you go into Ohio State, the other one going to Memphis, because he got a little help. People need help sometimes. So it's not anything where Penny's been giving them money. Now, he just helped the kid. And maybe Penny saw, you know what? I'm going to be head coach. I'm not saying he saw this, but maybe he said, well, I'm going to be head coach of Memphis one day. I'm going to help this kid now. If I get that job, then I can bring him on. I'm sure he wasn't thinking that. I'm sure he wasn't thinking that. He did when he got the Memphis thing. He was an AAU coach. He was an AAU coach, and he probably helped the kid who he wanted to play for his AAU team that he wanted to be successful. So I mean, these rules and all this BS that goes on when we can look and see who's doing the cheating is a bunch of BS. Let's call it what it is. But please leave a comment. And like I said, I just missed doing my Facebook Live thing. But now let's get to the meat and bones of why I was working out and I was like, look, I got to go on and do this because I can't do the live now. I mean, I could do the live, but I don't know how many people would come on and correspond. Maybe I'll try to do it sometimes at noon. I'll try to do it at noon because I'm able to do it at noon. So I might start doing my live again at noon because I'm home. And I'm about to head out to the school now. But let's get to the Myles Garrett situation. Okay, so Myles Garrett hit Mason Rudolph in the head with the helmet. He's been suspended indefinitely. Okay. My thoughts on this. Okay. I agree with the indefinite suspension. I agree with that 100%. Now, I had a little bit of conversation with some people on my Facebook page. Some people tried to make it like a race thing. It's not a race thing. This is not a race thing. Some people try to make it that. It's not that. Now, Mason Rudolph, as I watched it, he's not innocent by any means, because he tried to rip his helmet off first, it looked like. But, he did start it, but he didn't deserve getting hit in the head with a helmet, if that makes sense. Myles Garrett was out of bounds. Once the helmet is ripped off, you won. All right, you won. So I can't say what I would do in the situation, but, you rip the helmet off. Maybe you take the helmet, run to the sideline with it, throw it in the stands. If you, that would have been, you throw it in the stands, you got all Cleveland Browns fans with a Pittsburgh Steelers helmet. So that might have been the thing to do. But as you watch the video, you can see, like, after Myles Garrett did it, and the guy from the Steelers tackled him on the ground, and Pouncey was like kicking him and went straight, hood with him, kicking him and stuff. As you can see as he's on the ground, it did look like, Myles Garrett was like, oh, damn, what did I do? He was like, what did I do? It seems like, I think he might have, and I don't want to give him no excuse, no out, that he was wrong. But I think he might have been, because sometimes, we're human beings, we're emotional, and sometimes we do something, and then after we do it, it's like, oh, damn, I did that. I shouldn't have done that. We've all done that. We've all done that. Nobody's innocent. But I think that it was wrong for him. First of all, it was wrong for Mason to try to rip his helmet off. But if you rewind it back, the game was already over. And I know you played to the whistle, but the game was wrapped. It was like 5 seconds left. And I think that Myles Garrett kind of took him down unnecessarily, which led to Mason Rudolph trying to rip his helmet off, if that makes sense. It's just, I don't think it's a criminal thing. Like, people have some people have said, it's assault, which it is kind of it is an assault because, he used the helmet for a weapon. But this is a situation where the NFL needs to take care of it and not get law enforcement involved. I don't think that, because that's a slippery slope there. Now you can start, if you do that there, you can do that on, like, because it's going to be another situation where a guy gets hit with the crown of the helmet. You can press charges there too because he's using the helmet as a weapon. So, let me know what you think, because I disagree with it being a thing where law enforcement has to come involved. I think that the NFL needs to take care of this. And I had a conversation with a guy where he says that And I said, I think Myles Garrett, this is, I watched the video maybe 3 or 4 times. I've watched it about 15 times now. But I watched it about 3 or 4 times. And I said, oh man, Myles Garrett got to go, 16 games minimum. So I had a conversation with a guy that said that, oh, so Kareem Hunt only got 8, for assaulting a woman. Why should he get 16? So, and I in return told him, like, look, I saw the Kareem Hunt tape, and Kareem Hunt, it's inexcusable to hit a female, but Kareem Hunt, I think it was more like a push and a kick. I don't think it was anything. I don't remember the video that well, but I don't think it was anything where there could have been any head damage or anyone could have got killed. Myles Garrett could have killed Mason Rudolph if he hits him with the other end of that helmet. Mason Rudolph was lucky that he got hit with the cushion part. So I had this conversation with this guy, and I'm just like, look, man, wrong is wrong, but he could have killed the guy. That makes it different. So it'll be interesting to see how many games the NFL actually hold him out. But I think that I don't think they suspended him indefinitely, and I think that's because they can't put a number on the games, because then the players union to come in and be like, wait a minute, because there is some rule against using your helmet as a weapon. There is a rule on that. So, but yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. I just think that it was an unfortunate situation. I think maybe Mason Rudolph should get a fine for starting it. He did start it. He did kind of start it by trying to pull his helmet off first, but then Myles was like, "Oh, is that the game we playing?" So he pulled his off, and that right there would have been an ejection if it stopped right there. You get kicked out. You might get fined, but then when you swing it and try to hit another guy in the head, I know as a former basketball player, there were certain things you didn't do. Like, when a guy go up for a jump shot and you stick your foot up under him, where he's worried about coming down, but then you take it out. That's not basketball. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you don't do out there on the floor. Like there's certain things you don't do on the football field. You rip the guy's helmet off, you won. You won that battle. Okay? Now, with this whole Myles Garrett situation, I have a question to ask. Does this change the way baseball players do things? Because, there was a thing where, there's some unwritten rule where a guy comes up, hits a home run. If he walks or watches the ball go out the park, the next batter or the next time he gets up, he gets thrown at. You know what I'm saying? So does this change how baseball has to do things? Because a pitcher will throw the ball, hit you in the back. Who wants to get hit with the ball going 90 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour? That's got to hurt. So with this going down, does this change the way baseball's unwritten rule about celebrating? My personal opinion on that is, if you don't want me to hit a home run, you throw me a better pitch. So if I decide to celebrate, I'm an old school guy. If I decide to celebrate after I hit a home runs are hard to hit. So I got one. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to stop soccer players from celebrating a goal? Soccer players, it's hard to score goals. If you're in the majors, it's not rec league soccer. Rec league soccer, you have scores of 8-7, 7-5, 6-3. It was a lot of goals. But when you start playing, competitive and everybody's good, it's hard to score a goal. So that's why they celebrate. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to win a game in basketball. You know what I'm saying? So, let me know what you think, man. So yeah, this is your man. Like I said, to all my Facebook people, I will be back on live when I get a chance. Right now, I'm trying to get my kids prepared. We got a tough opening game next Friday, so over at Durham, Jordan. So, when I get a chance, I am gonna go live. But I may try to do it. I'm gonna see what's happening. I'm gonna start doing it at noon. So put that on. If you can tune in at noon and we can talk. But I know a lot of people work during the day, so that's why I was doing it later, because a lot of people work during the day. So check this out. I'm gonna post this up. So hey, it's your man signing out. And remember, yo, make somebody smile. And again, with a heavy heart, I'd like to say, prayers go to Anthony Grundy's family. I know Anthony Grundy, or knew Anthony Grundy very well. I coached him in the WBA, and I also coached him in the D League. So we talked. I mean, great guy. It's unfortunate what happened to him. So heavy heart. Goes to his family and everybody in Wolfpack Nation. Let's send a prayer out to his family, mom, and his son. I know he had a son. I don't know if he had any other kids, but I do know he had a son, which I met one time. But everybody take care. Have a great day, and remember, make somebody smile, man. Have a great day, and hey, peace.